Students, see, let us start balancing a chemical equation today. Now, that is, we'll try to understand how to balance a chemical equation. Now, complete the table aside on the basis of the equation 9. Okay, so let us see which is the equation 9. Okay, so this is the equation 9. Okay, sodium nitrite AgNO3 plus NaCl, okay, silver nitrate plus sodium chloride is going to give you silver chloride plus sodium nitrite. Okay, so see, AgNO3, okay, plus NaCl is going to give you sodium nitrite plus silver chloride. Now see, complete the table. Okay, it is seen that the number of atoms of the elements in the reactants in this equation is same, okay, see, as the number of atoms of those elements in the products. Such an equation is called a balanced equation. If the number of atoms of each element is not the same on the two sides of an equation, it is called an unbalanced equation. Now see, you have to see each and every element. Let me show it to you. See, okay, now see silver, okay, Ag. So on the left hand side, how many silver atoms are there? 1, right? On the right hand side, how many are there? 1, correct? Yes. Okay, now see NO3, so nitrate, okay, so nitrate, how many atoms are there on the left hand side? 3, that is NO3, correct? Yes, 1 nitrogen. So here also 1 nitrogen, you can see O3, here also O3 atoms, okay, of oxygen and 3. So NO3, 1 this side and NO3, 1 this side, okay. Sodium, how many are there? Left hand side 1, right hand side 1, right? Yes. Chlorine, see, you can see chlorine, okay. How many are there? Chlorine, 1 atom of chlorine the side, left hand side. On right hand side, how many chlorine atoms are there? 1. So you can see the number of elements, okay, the number of atoms of each element on the left hand side is equal to the number of atoms of each element on the right hand side. Okay, so this type of equation we call it as balanced equation. But if the number of atoms are not equal, okay, yes, of any element, then we say that the equation is unbalanced equation. Okay, so it is called as unbalanced equation. Now you saw that is the number of silver atoms on the left hand side was equal to right hand side. Nitrogen, oxygen, sodium, chlorine, each atom, okay, that is of each and every element of this were equal to the right hand side. So this type we call it as balanced equation. Now, in any reaction, the total mass of each of the elements in the reactant is same as the total mass of each of the respective elements in the products. This is in accordance with the law of conservation of mass that you studied in the previous standard. Now see, this, okay, you have studied this, that is the law of conservation of mass, right? You have studied the law of conservation of mass. The total mass, okay, of each of the element in the reactant is same as the total mass of each of the respective element in the product. Okay, see, let me show it to you in the equation. See the total mass. Okay, yes, the total mass of each of the element in the reactant is equal to the total mass, okay, of each of the respective element in the product. So the total mass of this, okay, see, the total mass of this reactant is equal to the total mass of the product. So the law of conservation is maintained. We saw in this experiment also, isn't it? Yes, the reaction of sodium chloride with silver nitrate. Now here, what you did, you took sodium chloride in the conical flask, yes, and you took silver nitrate in the test tube, and you weighed it. So it came 300, you can see here 300.23. Then what did you do? You tilted this test tube in this big conical flask, okay. Then what happened? The reaction took place here. Then even after the reaction, okay, when you saw the total mass, the mass remained the same. So this is law of conservation. Okay, I hope you have understood what is this law of conservation. Now steps in balancing a chemical reaction. So we will see the steps, okay, how to balance a chemical reaction. A chemical reaction equation, okay, is balanced step by step. Okay, so that is in this steps you are going to understand how to balance the chemical equation. Now well, let us see it step by step. A trial and error method is used for this purpose. Okay. So this is a trial and a error method. Means what? You have to try and you will have to erase it and do it again. So it's a trial and error method. Consider the following equation as an example. Sodium hydroxide, okay, plus sulfuric acid, that is, uh, these are the what reactants. Sodium hydroxide is going to react with sulfuric acid to form sodium sulfate, okay, sodium sulfate and water. Now see, sodium hydroxide, okay, write the chemical. So what is the first step? You will have to write the chemical equation. Now this was the word equation, right? Yes, this which you had written, okay, let me tell you. See, this is the word equation. Now the first step is you will have to write the chemical equation, okay. You will have to write the chemical equation from this word equation. Now sodium hydroxide, the formula is NaOH. Sulfuric acid, H2SO4. Sodium sulfate, Na2SO4 plus water has been formed. Okay. Now see step 2. Check whether the equation is balanced or not by comparing the number of atoms of the various elements present on the two sides of the equation. Now in the above equation, okay, in ninth equation, we saw how to see whether the equation is balanced or not, right? Yes. Now let us check this equation whether it is balanced or not. Now check whether the equation 10 is balanced or not by comparing the number of atoms of the various elements, okay. Now see, it is seen that the number of atoms of all the elements on the two sides are not the same. It means the equation is not balanced. So let us see first. Now see, sodium. Wait, I will show it to you. See. See, sodium. How many atoms on the left hand side? 1. On the right hand side, 2 atoms, right? See, left hand side 1 atom, right hand side 2 atoms. Oxygen, see, 1, wait. See, 1 here and 4 atoms here. So 4 plus 1 is 5 on the left hand side. On the right hand side, see 4 plus 1, 5, right? Yes. 4 plus 1, 5. So right hand side also 5. Hydrogen, see, hydrogen 1 here and 2 here. Yes, so 3, correct? On the left hand side 3, on the right hand side, yes, only 2. So is this balanced? Now you saw sodium and oxygen on the left hand side and right hand side, there were equal number of atoms, but hydrogen on the left hand side there were total 3 atoms of hydrogen, and on right hand side, okay, there were only 2 atoms of hydrogen. Now see sulfur, okay, yes, 1 atom here, correct, on the left hand side, 1 atom on the right hand side, correct, yes. So you can see that, okay, you can see that sodium, oxygen and sulfur, okay, they were balanced on left, that is there were the number of atoms were equal on the left hand side and right hand side, but hydrogen, yes, it's not balanced, right? 3 on the left hand side and 2 on the right hand side. Okay, now see, so what type of equation is this? This is unbalanced equation. Okay, yes. So it is seen that the number of atoms of all the elements on the two sides are not the same. It means that the equation is not balanced. Now this was step 2. You found out whether the equation is balanced or not. Now step 3, it is convenient to start balancing an equation from the compound which contains the maximum number of atoms. So what you have to do? Yes, you have to balance an equation from the compound which contains the maximum number of atoms. Moreover, it is convenient to first consider that element in this compound which has unequal number of atoms on the two sides. Okay, so what you have to do? You have to balance an equation, okay, yes, from the compound which contains maximum number of atoms. But, okay, however, it is convenient to first consider the element in this compound which has unequal number of atoms on two sides in the equation. That means what you have to do? You will have to, which is the compound here, sodium hydroxide. All these are compounds, right? Yes, this is a compound, this is a compound, this is a compound, this is a compound. So you will have to consider the compound which has highest number of atoms. Okay, now but first of all, when you consider the highest number of atoms in a compound, you are going to select that compound. Then you have to consider the element, okay, which is having unequal number of atoms on both the sides. Now see, in the equation 10, there are two components, sodium sulfate and sulfuric acid, which contains the maximum number, that is 7 atoms each. Yes, now see sodium sulfate and sulfuric acid. Now I told you, see, all these are compounds, right? Yes, but see, sodium hydroxide, okay, sodium hydroxide, how many atoms are there in this? Sodium 1, oxygen 1 and hydrogen 1. So 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. Sulfuric acid, see, 2 plus 1 sulfur, 2 atoms of hydrogen, 1 atom of sulfur and 4 atoms of oxygen. So 2 plus 1, 3, 3 plus 4, 7, right? Yes. So there are 7, yes, okay, there are 7 atoms in the sulfuric acid. Now sodium sulfate, see again, 2 atoms of sodium, 1 atom of sulfur and 4 atoms of oxygen, correct? Yes. So 2 plus 1, 3, 3 plus 4, 7, plus water consists of 2 plus 1, 3, right? So here on the left hand side, which is the compound containing highest number of atoms? So here left hand side it is sulfuric acid, and on the right hand side it is sodium sulfate. Any one of them can be selected. So you can select any one. You can select either sodium sulfate or you can select sulfuric acid. So let us select, okay, sodium sulfate. Okay. Now what we are going to do, we will select sodium sulfate, Na2SO4. Now further select sodium for balancing, as the number of atoms sodium in this compound is unequal on the two sides. Okay, now see what you are going to do is you are going to consider, okay, sulfuric acid and sodium sulfate. But in sulfuric acid and sodium sulfate, let us consider sodium sulfate first. Now, when you consider sodium sulfate, see there are, okay, sodium, how many atoms are there? On the right hand side 2, on the left hand side there is 1. Sulfur 1 on each side, oxygen also, that is are equal on left hand side and right hand side, 5 and 5, right? So what you are going to consider? The one which has unequal number of atoms on left hand side and right hand side. So which is that? It is sodium, right? Yes. So it is sodium. So we will consider sodium first. Now you know on the right hand side there are 2 atoms of sodium, and on the left hand side there is 1 atom of sodium. Okay. Yes. So see, you can see in the reactant 1 atom of sodium, okay, in the product 2 atoms of sodium. So what you are going to do to balance this? You will have to see, you know there are 2 atoms here and 1 atom here. So what should be done? You will have to make, okay, see on the left hand side also you will have to make 2 atoms of sodium. Now see 2 atoms of sodium this side, 2 atoms of sodium. So sodium is balanced now, but oxygen and hydrogen atoms are disturbed, right? Yes. So see, it should be remembered that the formula of a compound cannot be changed while balancing the number of atoms. It means that here to make the number of sodium atoms in the reactant as 2, the formula NaOH cannot be changed to Na2OH. Instead, a factor of 2 will have to be applied to NaOH. Write down the resulting equation. Okay, 10 dash on doing this. So you know what happens is, okay, see sodium, you saw right hand side it is 2 and left hand side there is only 1. Now to make this equal you will have to write, that is you will have to make 2 atoms of sodium. So how can you do this? Either you will have to write like this or you will have to write like this. Yes, but this is the wrong way, because now if you write Na2, the formula will become Na2OH. Okay, so this compound doesn't exist at all. Now see, so you cannot change the formula of the compound. So NaOH is going to remain like that only. So you cannot write this in this way. So if you want to increase sodium by 2, that is by 1 atom, okay, if you want to make it 2, you will have to write it here. Okay, so you will have to write it as the factor. So see, 2 NaOH plus H2SO4, okay, will become Na2SO4 plus H2O. Now sodium, okay, sodium is balanced on either side. Check whether the equation 10 dash is balanced or not now. See, okay, here 2 atoms of sodium, right? But oxygen now how much it became? On the left hand side, 2 plus 4, it became 6, right? But here what happened on the right hand side? It is 4 plus 1, 5, right? Yes. So this side it became 6 and this side it became 5. So now oxygen is not balanced, correct? Yes, oxygen is not balanced, and even hydrogen also will get disturbed. So left hand side it became 4 and on right hand side it became 2. Okay, see, hydrogen, okay, yes, that also has been disturbed. You can see 2 atoms of hydrogen. So remember this factor which you have written, okay, this factor 2 which you have written, this applies for all. That is, now sodium also became 2 atoms, oxygen also here 2 atoms, and hydrogen also 2 atoms. Okay, now so see, oxygen 2 plus 4, 6, and this side it is 4 plus 1, 5. Now here see, hydrogen, okay, now let us see this hydrogen, okay, yes, how many? 2 atoms of hydrogen, right? Yes, 2 plus 2, 4, and this side it is 2 only, correct? Yes. So now you will have to balance that also. So we find that the equation 10 dash is not balanced as the number of oxygen and hydrogen atoms are unequal on the two sides. First, balance the hydrogen number as it requires a smallest factor. Okay, so now you are going to balance the hydrogen number. Okay, first hydrogen we will balance and then we'll balance oxygen. Apply a factor 2 to the product water for balancing the equation. Now see, you can see here hydrogen is not balanced, isn't it? So let us balance this hydrogen first. Okay, yes. Now you know 2 atoms of hydrogen this side and 2 atoms of hydrogen this side. Now here how many hydrogens are there? H2O, right? Yes, only 2 are there, but how much you have to do? 4, right? So what you can do? You cannot make this as 4, right? So what you have to do? You will have to write this as 2. So because you know you will have to multiply this factor and this one. So 2 into 2 is 4. Now when you write 2 for water, it will become 4. Okay, here, right? Yes, so 2 2s are 4. Okay, so now hydrogen is balanced when you write 2H2O here. Now oxygen, let us see oxygen, how many? 2 atoms of oxygen here, 4 atoms of oxygen here, so it is how many? 6 atoms this side. Now let us see this, see 2 atoms of oxygen here and 4 atoms of oxygen here, so oxygen also is balanced now. Okay, Yes, so it is seen that the number of atoms of all the elements are equal on both the sides. Now you can see here, okay, that see, now you can see that all the atoms over in left hand side and right hand side are balanced. So the fourth step is, okay, write down the final balanced equation. So the equation which you have got, the balanced equation, you are going to write it again. So in this way, a balanced equation is obtained from an unbalanced equation by applying proper factors to appropriate reactant product so as to balance the number of each element in steps. Okay, so in this way each and every step you are going to follow and you are going to balance the equation which is not balanced. So this is the proper way to balance the equation. Yes, so hope you have understood this. Okay, go through this video again and again till you understand. Yes, this is very important because from the point of view of examinations you get this, that is you get an equation to balance. So you can take some of the equations from this chapter and try to balance the equation. So that is, as much as you practice you are going to become perfect in this. So let us continue in the next video.